I am traveling on the space and time right now. Somehow I left that the scene and it seems like a by cloud, or I don't know what it is, it's taking me somewhere else.
Okay. So you just switched to another place, another time.
Very close to the central sun,
Where is the central sun?
the middle of the universe.
And why are you going towards the central sun now?
I have a connection. Malachi has a connection on the celestial beings.
So the celestial being on the cloud is guiding Malachi to go to the central sun?
Yes.
So now that you're there, what's happening?
He's speaking with celestial land council.
Can you describe the place or the scene?
It's inside of the horizon. It is taking place inside of the ship.
Can you describe the room where it's taking place?
Yeah, it's very, it's a spaceship. It's a very, we have a huge table with holograms.
So the meeting is in person or in hologram?
In person, yes. And we don't have chairs. We don't sit. We just stand around the table. Meetings are not very long. We eat, we see each other, we discuss whatever we need to discuss. And then I'm negotiating the healing of the planet to be healed. And the celestial says yes, there will be, they're gonna they're gonna send a squad that they can regenerate. In other words, terraform back the destruction that they need on Alubra.
Yeah, so that's the power of the celestial beings.
The Celestials can do that, yes. And the Andromedans.
The Andromedans too can do that.
Yes.
Who are those celestials exactly?
Celestials are angels, are beings.
Yeah.
That live celestial lands near the planet, the central sun, divine beings that represent the creator and the more powerful beings in the universe.
Do they have a name or a label for Terrans?
Angels. They cannot be killed, but nobody attacked the celestials because it's a waste of time. You will never be able to kill them or destroy them. Plus, you will have the rage of the creator itself.
So yourself, the part of yourself that is on the cloud, it's a celestial, right?
Yes.
And does he have a name?
The name is Zamoniel or Samuel. Start with the Z. I think it's Samuel. Samuel.
Try to see the letters appear in the sky.
Z is a Zorro. A M U N M L. Samuel.
Yeah, and those celestials, do they appear everywhere, or do they have sections in the universe?
So those oversees the entire universe.
So they can be anywhere at the same time.
They can be in any planet in any quadrant. They like to observe.
The observers and the
observers interact according to universal law.
And do they function as individuals or as a collective?
They're all collective with the creator. Okay. So as a collective.
Now that the Syrians visited the central sun, is there anything else that was discussed in the meeting?
Yeah, Gaia. getting ready to send souls to Gaia, a rescue mission. Yes.
Mhm.
Celestials volunteers
Volunteers to do what?
to go to planet Earth, to reincarnate, to become avatars at some point, to bring justice. But they're talking about future.
Oh,
They're not talking about the now. This is an agenda for the future. Everything is calculated in a perfect equation.
so
Everything is already written. The Celestials have several, they already know what's going to happen. They already know. They only can control, they cannot control your will as an individual, but they know roughly the outcome of things.
you are slowly moving away from that scene, and you're now at another time and place. What do you see? What is happening?
But that city, I think it's in Wiesen.
Mhm.
People is saying goodbye. A lot of people are volunteering from this mission. So people said it's a suicide mission.
And at this point, who are you at this time?
I am Malachi, Prince
Mhm.
of Sirius. There are celestials in our castle. They're getting ready to divide the souls so they can send all these volunteers. Fracture of the soul, fracture of the consciousness,
Mhm.
send it to reincarnation of planet Earth.
Now they're deciding, the volunteers are deciding to go. Who is going in your family?
Just me and my sister.
And as you decide to do that, how does it work, the process?
The celestials do. The celestials have a technology that has been given to us. It's technology. You can divide your consciousness or your soul and then keep part of your soul on the Malachi's body and send the rest to the planet.
So Malachi is going to stay as Malachi in the ship,
Yes.
and is a spark of consciousness is going to be incarnated on Earth.
Yes.
And what about the sister?
Same thing. The only twisted here is the Malachi and his sister
Mhm.
leap inside of this cubicle. They're asleep on the ship.
They're asleep on the ship.
As long as you're on Earth, the other half of your soul will be here. The other half will be on the ship.
But they're sleeping the whole time.
Yes.
They don't even wake up during the incarnation sleep.
No, they're asleep because they want to see what is happening. They want to witness what's happening. If you don't want to witness what is happening, then you wake up.
So you mean that the incarnation on Earth is the one observing what's happening?
The ones on the ship of observing what happened in the planet Earth.
So then who is in charge of the horizon when the Malachi is sleeping?
The Celestials, along with the Syrian Council and other council.
So how many beings are on the horizon?
Millions.
And how many are asleep?
Millions.
Okay, so that ship is humongous.
That ship's huge.
Uh-huh. It's if you were to compare the size of the ship to an astral body, how big is it?
As bigger than the state of Texas.
You are now at another time and place. What is happening?
Looking at Gaia. I'm outside of the dome looking down to Earth.
What's so special about Gaia?
The souls, the people that live here. This place was seed by celestial soul. So The reason why the dark wants to be in charge of here is because they try to copy. They're running experiments to create a soul that equals the blueprint of the celestials, so they can go in the celestial lands without disintegrating. The dark wants to go inside of the central sun, harvest his energy, his power, and then destroy him. That's what they want to do. They want to get into the celestial lands and trap all the celestial beings. They're indestructible. They just want to mimic what they have.
These dark beings, they come from the same universe and the same creation.
This is artificial intelligence.
So does that mean they have a mind of their own?
They're acting on their own, but they are soulless machines. But the soulless machines wants to evolve to a certain point that they want to have a soul now.
Now you're observing Gaia. In what form are you?
On the celestial form.
So the celestial you is observing Gaia. What's happening next?
I don't see a lot of people. It seems like there are only few left.
Only a few left on the planet.
Yeah, at this point, yes.
Why is that?
Seems like there was an evacuation.
And where is your soul? Where is the human consciousness?
He's gone. I'm no longer on Earth. We'll unify back on the horizon.
So Malachi is awake now?
Yes.
And what has just happened now?
Celestials have recovered all the souls from the planet that were stolen. This plane have some survivors, and there's no. I think the Celestials will send high vibrational beings here to rebuild and to redesign, terraform the planet again.
So in the meantime, all the volunteers are back to their bodies.
Yes.
So does that mean that all your crew that was on the horizon now is all rehabited by their own souls?
Correct.
Uh-huh. Have you lost any of your crew?
Now, some of them are still alive, but because the change of the broadband, they decide to stay. They haven't decided to leave.
Have you managed to figure out what happened?
A lot of people died.
Why is it that a lot of people died? What happened?
Some were killed by the dark, and some of them could not handle the switch or the frequency.
I know that the higher self could have brought forth many different lifetimes of experiences for Andres to see today. You chose to bring forward this specific life experience and vision from the celestial. Why did you pick those circumstances?
I wanted to let Andres know that he is more just a being. I wanted to let him know that he is angelic.
He is a celestial as well as he is Malachi.
Yes. My higher self is a celestial.
Yes.
All higher selves are celestials.
Is the connection to source, to the prime creator, the spark of divine essence.
Yes.
Uh-huh. And as we are connected now to this celestial being, is there anything else you want Andres to know about his relationship with the Galactics?
They love him.
And now, is there anything in particular you want to say to Andres, just for Andres right now? Something he needs to know today?
I love you. and you